sophomore record. A lot of people say that after the first album, do or die with the second album. How are you feeling about these songs coming together for that second release?
Well, that's something that I'm trying to focus on with the band is that, I was begging for it at first. I was like, gotta be hungry, gotta be hungry, you gotta want it, Rocky, you gotta chase the rabbit. But now I'm like a year and a half later, I'm like, man, can we pump the brakes just a little bit? But I don't want to bum no one out or slow the pace because this band is hungry, and that's a beautiful thing. But at the same token, we do need to focus on writing this next demo. So I'm hoping that by July, because what I'm thinking at this point is that we need to go ahead and book the recording session so we have a date in mind.
Yeah.
That we can have momentum to know that we got a deadline to get these songs to the recording level to go play. And I'm excited. We got one demo song from Dwayne that he brought to the table. We write together. It's a collaboration. There's no one person writing anything. But the song that Dwayne brought to the table, we've already been playing for probably 6 months or at least 4 months.
I think I heard that at the Santa Rosa show recently.
We've been playing that one, and so that one's going to get recorded. And then Dwayne's brought a new one to the table that I'm really digging. I've been actually playing it on my own at my house. It's got a real good vibe to it. And then Colin has brought a riff to the table that's got some good groove to it. Definitely kind of reminds me of a SOD kind of old school, just grooving punk rock, metal, crossover kind of feel. And then both Todd and Ruby have guitar riffs that they are yet to bring to the table. Because I've heard a few from Ruby playing on guitar, and I've heard a small sample of what Todd has written on guitar. We just have to transfer it over to me, Colin, and Dwayne. And then I've got 2 so far that I've been messing around with for about 6 months, and I'm pretty excited about them.
Right on.
They got a good vibe to them.
And you guys, going back to the shows, you played out some pretty far out places for the metal family, Lakeport, Katati. How does it feel like when you're going out there, and those people don't get as many shows as we do here in the Bay Area, and pretty excited fans, huh, out there?
When I overthink things, it tends to be the opposite, because I try to read the crowd, and sometimes I'll be a little nervous because I'm like, I don't know if Project Mayhem's music fits this crowd, you know what I mean? And so far, because we're about 20 some odd gigs that we've done. We've only been a gigging band for a year, a little over a year.
It's a pretty good run so far.
Yeah, I've been wrong. Some of the crowds, I didn't think that the DRI show was going to go over too well because they're really punk rock, hardcore, and we've got some punk rock in our set, but I don't really think that we're a punk rock band, you know what I mean? But then it was a great show. We had a great response. So you really never know. And I think it really boils down to the energy that the band brings. If the band is having a good time on stage, it's kind of contagious, and it's kind of hard for people not to get off on it. So it really, it's up to us if we want to put on a show, and put whatever problems we're having aside for 30, 40 minutes and just entertain and bring the energy,
For sure. So getting back to some of these shows you played, not only with Project Mayhem, but other shows over the years, we're always trying to support and keep the local scene going, man. Just name some bands that you either played shows with or went to go support over the years that, deserve a lot of love and for people to go check them out.
Well, I can go on and on with the signed bands that are famous, I grew up, like I said, to Death Angel, Testament, Exodus, I'm really good friends with a lot of these band members and look up to them and blown away by their work ethic and, be able to play a 2-hour show of nonstop thrashing and double bass, and it's incredible. I've actually got to roadie with Exodus on tour, back in the late '90s, and it changed my life. Paul Bailoff was one of my mentors, and he pumped me up on never giving up. He used to say, "Do something every day for your band, Larry. No matter how small it is. Going to make a flyer, doodling some lyrics, writing a new riff. Every day, do one thing for your band. Every day." And and he also pumped me up when he said that you are caliber. You know what I mean? To hear him say that made me feel, it motivated me. But I would like to mention a lot of bands that, like underdog bands, like, I don't know if they take that as an insult, me calling them underdogs, but like, you know, I mean, I spoke of Testament, I spoke of Exodus, I spoke of those bands, Death Angel, but there's bands like Ghost Next Door, my boy Gary went, there's bands like, you know, yeah.
So many.
Yeah, brain farting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
my wife, she's a big music lover too. You know, she loves some Death Wish Kid.
This guy's lived at 40 Grit,
yeah.
Skin Lab.
Oh, yeah.
We can go on and on about all the local heroes, Insolence, Liquisto. I mean,
right.
you know, for years we've been going to shows and connecting with all those guys. So I think we covered everything, man. If you want to add anything else, and you know, you maybe want to let people know how you feel about Curtain Call Records and just getting that whole ball rolling. You know, it's a big step, the management, and you know, it means more good things coming up for you guys, hopefully across some more state lines.
Yeah, you know, I'd just like to give thanks to Curtain Call Records for taking us on, and we're just starting this relationship, so I don't have much to say as far as what's happened so far. Still a lot of it's up to us to stick together as a band. But I would like to end by saying that that I would like to put it out now that a dream I have is for this band to tour, like major tour, both across the United States and the East Coast, but also down into Mexico and maybe even Southern America, and then over to Europe. And I would like us to play a show one day so big that it scares the shit out of us. I would like to play a show so big that everybody's knees are buckling and
like Aftershock or Sick New World, places like that.
And for some strange reason, and that's why I'm saying it now, I think this band is going to do it. I think this band is going to go to the big stage, and we'll see what happens after that.
Cool, man.
I'm Mohawk Larry, and thank you very much, Dave, for interviewing me.
Yeah.
The band is Project Mayhem AD. Check us out on all the platforms. We're currently with Curtain Call Records, and looking forward to seeing you out there on tour. Peace.